YouTube, we are live. Home Theater Joe here. What's up? Catch me while you can, right? Sadly, our days are numbered. Uh, just to catch you up, we have, well, anyway, the interwebs will not be a plenty for me in the very, very near future. I meant to start off with this. Free Cain Velasquez. Okay, I'm just gonna say that all the time now. Free Cain Velasquez. Man, I got a lot of stuff I kind of want to get to. And this is just a you know, just a bullshit night, man. So I should say this about the MC1, man. I had this interesting little deal with the MC1, man. Oh, that thing is great. I've been running the Blu-ray player straight through the MC1, and I've been just enjoying some. So I want to show you guys what I've been enjoying very quickly. We'll get through this onto some other stuff. Okay. If you have seen this film, maybe like me, you saw it streaming. And that's the only way I've watched this film for quite some time because it wasn't even available on physical media for a good while. Let me just tell you, this is a Blu-ray. Okay, it's not 4K. This is a must-have. The physical copy of Live, Die, Repeat, or what do they call Edge of Tomorrow, right? As they changed it to. It is phenomenal. There are things that I'm catching in the visual as well as audio with the MC1 that I can't tell you enough. If you don't have the physical media, it's a totally different experience than the stream. So that's something I really enjoyed lately. Okay. Admittedly, fellas and girls, hell was here. I love your handle, my friend. Hell was here. Yeah. Right. Hello. I found you with your Batman review. Couldn't be more spot on, man. Let me show the peoples that, brother. Thank you, my friend. Can I share an interesting experience about that real quick? I'm usually very measured with what I say on YouTube. Whoa, the cat is going crazy. And I know that the interweb thing is going to be a deal. I know I'm not going to be around on YouTube as much as I want to be or like to be. So I just kind of let it fly with Batman. And funny enough, I stayed away from all the political bullshit in the movie. I didn't even touch that. I just talked about how shit the movie was. And wow, I got a lot of reaction. And I've always said, y'all, I don't care if people agree or disagree with me. I just want to have the conversation. So for all these people walking around talking about the Batman was great, I had a buddy of mine the other day say that he loved it the first time and he's going back to see it again tonight or tomorrow, and that was like yesterday. So he's seen the film twice already. Let's see. Oh, my friend. Man, I just can't get over that. Hell was here. I love that handle. I have that movie. My friend, yes, dude. I was just blown away by how well the physical media transfers. Okay. And let me say this too. The LG C10, which by the way, we got some update stuff to get to. The LG C10, even watching 1080p full HD, it is the updates they did over the end of the year. I believe it has dramatically helped the upscaling for the C10. I don't know what's going on here, but my Blu-rays look better than they ever have. Maybe it's the MC1. I don't know. But again, I just see somebody else hopped in here. Look, the physical media is what we were just talking about. We're running through these real quick. Let me see here. Let's see what you got here. What you got, my friend? I have the this particular movie. Tried to find. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. Let me try that again. I have with this particular movie tried to find unfavorable reviews, and let me tell you, they are nowhere to be seen. Yeah, it's a Tom Cruise flick, right? So I wasn't sure when I bought it streaming. But after I bought it streaming, I've had it for years streaming on Vudu. I have a huge library on Vudu, y'all. I've been with Vudu for, over a decade, man, since when they started that. Let's see. There's a reason James Cameron have done 4K remasters on these movies. He wants to do it right, and most 4K transfers are going. Whoa, oh man, did you see this? You must have seen this, right? So I haven't even seen the full version of Avatar. To be totally honest with you, I've never seen the film. I never wanted to. Again, the LG C10 is upscaling so well right now for whatever reason. And this has been just the parts of it I have seen have been an absolute pleasure. Oh man, I'm sorry. I meant the Batman movie. Sorry, I should have clarified about the movies. All good, my friend. I thought that was what you were talking about the first time, and then as we went on down, I thought we would start talking about whatever. So let me just get through this. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tripping all over myself. So again, this is something. I mean, the video, the audio, and we're at a 5.1 mix here, but I think y'all should know how I feel about that right now. By now, anyway, I love the 5.1 mix. It's great. This again is something that we've enjoyed. We've put it on a couple of times, but we're a small household. Well, we're a big household and a small house, so as I've said before, it's tough to sit down and watch a 3-hour movie, right? But this thing has been incredible, so very good on that. Gotta put that into your collection if you haven't. Now, this is what sparked me talking about these movies real quick. Let me just spend a second here talking about Transformers, the movies. What is this, 1986 maybe, I think? Does it say? Yeah. I believe it's 86. Whatever. I normally do not purchase 4K copies of animated films like, say, Kung Fu Panda, which they don't have in 4K, but How to Train Your Dragon. Those films up. Actually, Wall-E was another one with exception, also like this. The animated films or the CGI films just don't seem to justify, right, the cost of the transfer to me. This transfer, my friends, holy cow. They took so much time and they redid so many effects in this movie. I actually have some screenshots on my phone. I didn't have time to load up to the yeah, there's Samantha, my baby girl. I didn't have time to load them up to the laptop here, but I will hopefully maybe get those spit out sometimes. But man, this and Wall-E, okay, these are the 4K transfers for animated films. And again, Wall-E is CGI film. This is strictly animated, but the color palette, I mean, just believe you me, what they did with the original effects, all right, things you may see on the screen inside a spaceship, say, or when Megatron is in front of Unicorn and he gets turned into, what do they call him after that? I don't know, whatever, but the effect, amazing. And I got this for $16.99, $16.79 on Amazon, y'all. What? This is worth it. So those are just the three. There's more I've been enjoying lately, but these have been really, really recent that I wanted to share with you. Let me give you one more that I actually bought months and months ago, but it is one of the finest examples of a 4K movie out there, especially something from print to digital. Guys, if you haven't seen the 4K restoration of The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, I believe this one's 81, right? And this is not the original, just in case y'all want to know. The original was actually a 1950s movie. John made this movie, I guess in kind of homage that he changed it up a little bit. But anyway, there was actually a female in the original film, 1953, 56, something like that. The Thing took place on a ship, if I remember, like a ship out at sea, cargo ship or something. Anyway, this film is just the best example of film to 4K that there is out there. So, hey man, if you want to check those films out, hold on, man. Let's go back here because let me get caught up with this. I can't say I love the Avatar movie, man. I'm with you, brother. Whoa, you are knocking stuff over. You going crazy, little guy. There's my mini me. He's going crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Okay. Let's see. But when it comes to visuals and presentations, it does not disappoint. It is just, man, you sound like you have a great eye, my friend, because I felt the exact same way. You know, you hear about Avatar. I've been hearing about Avatar for over a decade. And, you know, because my people know my movie, they're like, wow, you haven't seen that movie. I'm like, no, I haven't. I didn't, you know, yeah, it's every bit that the presentation. You're right, my friend. Let's see. I myself love Taxi Driver Transfer 4K. So, you know what? I have not checked that out, but I may do so. Well, do so now, because I'm always on the hunt for just a beautiful transfer. Right? Yes, the thing is a wonderful transfer. Yeah, it is. I thought the Blu-ray copy, which I own, you know, previous, I own that movie on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and now 4K. I've bought the John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't know how many times. Um, but yeah, even the Blu-ray copy that's beautiful. So I just bought it really to review, really to see what it was. Much like I bought the 300, and I knew it was going to be terrible. And if you don't like grain, get out of here. Don't watch that film. It is obnoxious what they did with that. One more thing I can say about this film right here. This is the exact appropriate amount of film grain I would expect to see in a film to digital transfer with that digital intermediary. This is, I mean, they didn't cut it all out. They didn't digitally. Lord, this cat, Duck, can you calm down, bro? This, they didn't digitally take it all out, and like, you know, how some films do that, some studios do that, and it kind of makes it look like there's a filter or, you know, a face filter, if you will, a phone filter on the film. They left. I could tell that I think they touched up the grain a little bit, but it's just the perfect amount. If you've seen the 300 on 4K, I can't even stand it, man. Hey, man, there's our guy, buddy. CG, how are you, my friend? Sup, Joe? I just installed 43520 in the CX. I always feel like I'm not sure if I like the new update or not, but not sure why exactly. You have it. So I just saw it was available last night. I have not downloaded it yet, but as soon as we get to this movie thing, I'm gonna hop on over to a site. I really want you guys to see. I'm really kind of pushing this thing a lot, but we're gonna share the screen. I really want to make sure that you guys get this one. Um, and so we're gonna have something to say about that real quick. They say Avatar trailer is going to be shown during Doctor Strange 2 movie in theaters. That's interesting. I also hear that Cameron is changing film once again. The A lot of this film's supposed to be underwater. And I don't mean CGI underwater, my friends. I mean, they're filming this thing underwater. They're building new rigs. They're building sets. They're erecting things underwater to help them achieve this. And I think it's 50%, 60% of this film, maybe more, is filmed underwater. Can you imagine actors having to, you know, take oxygen every 2 minutes, right? Every minute and a half, an actor, you know, especially if they're doing something physical underwater, they gotta have oxygen, a lot of oxygen. I don't know. Maybe they can just digitally take the tanks out. I don't know. Whatever. This cat. Hey, man. Duck. If you don't stop going crazy. All right. Let's see what we got here. Hell was here. Also, good example of 4K transfer and just visually stunning movies for me are Blade 4. Oh, yeah. Blade Runner, dude. 2049. The Shining. Okay. So I got to get The Shining. The Fall. Whoa. I got to check that out, dude. I got to check that out. The Fountain, not familiar with, and Blade Runner. Okay, Blade Runner, I did check out. I want to say appropriate amount of grain in that one, but I'm not a huge fan of the original Blade Runner, to be totally fair with you. And 2001, I did watch that 4K right before I purchased the film, and I do love that film, but it's one of those things where I'm just not going to watch it a whole bunch, so I didn't do it. The Fall, man, I really got to remember The Fall. I got to check that one out. Let's see. Let's see what CDG has. Have you been peeping these new TVs? Oh, yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Let me share this screen real quick. We're going to talk about the C10, and then we're going to talk about these new TVs because this is all very interesting. Let me try to share this guy real quick. So I want you guys to get real familiar with this website. I've talked about it before, and it's called XLR8yourmac.com. So just today, this is bookmarked in my laptop. So just today, let me go ahead and hide this because that is the most unprofessional creator thing ever. When you see that stupid hide thing, Sorry, that's just what I feel like I should hear in my head. Anyway, so I just pulled this up today. It is bookmarked, and here we go. We're talking about all the LG firmware. Wow. Now Ashley Slash is going crazy. So we have these firmware updates here, and as you can see, you just go ahead and click on them, right? So we got 43520 for the LG C10, right? We'll click on it as opposed to having to scroll through the whole index and see every firmware update. It will take you down here and tell you. Now, look, these pieces of information, sometimes 40% of the time, if I had to put a number on, have a very good explanation here. But if I'm honest, the majority of the time, it's just going to tell you fixing minor bugs in software, blah, blah, blah. However, I want to maintain that I think this website is really, really good. Excuse me, I'm drooling on myself. Almost drooling on myself. It's just a really good website, y'all. So XLR8yourmac.com, man. Like, bookmark it, go to it. It will tell you, listen, it gives you all kinds of updates, not just LG. I mean, look at all this stuff, dude. So, hey, whoa. The DPU B420. Ooh, okay. You know, I really want that Panasonic, y'all. Let's see what that firmware is about. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. All right. I really want that 820 model, but I can't see spending you know, whatever, how much money on it. Let's go back here to StreamYard and I will stop sharing. All right, so let's talk about these new TVs. All right, yeah, the Avatar trailer really needs to deliver. This has been doing the same thing for 10 years. You're right, my friend. It has just slightly better visually than the first one. People are going to be disappointed. Yes, I think you're right, but I just think the fact that they're what I think I heard Mr. H talking about this. Maybe I read this. Shout out to Mr. H. But which, by the way, I totally disagree with Mr. H on the Batman. Dude, what are you thinking when it comes to Batman? Like, I would love to come on your. Like, I'm nobody. You're not gonna have me on your channel, but I would love to speak with you about that because I think it's crazy, and I agree with a lot of this stuff. So, yeah, but I think the underwater thing. You know, this could blow up. You know, it could be really bad. But a lot of people liked Aquaman. But Aquaman was just so much CGI, right? Cameron, I think, is doing things the long hand, hard way. I think he's filming underwater. If you will, think of a movie like Waterworld. Do you remember that with Kevin Costner? You know how much money that film must have made. Speaking of good 4K transfers, that one's okay. Little grainy on that, but it's a great movie, man. Maybe not a great movie, but it's a great transfer. And how can you not love Dennis Hopper? Okay, you know, in Waterworld. Cameron's a top-notch director, no doubt, my friend, but he is chasing that Star Wars Marvel movie money. Unfortunately, Terminator 2 to me is still the best action movie ever. Ooh, man, I love T2. I'm gonna put the Predators way up there, man. As far as we are talking, okay, I'm talking sci-fi, right? But if I was, man, one of the best action movies ever. I'm sorry, I can't let it go. Is Die Hard, man. Jesus, that movie's so good. And a great, I'm going to say great. It's a really good 4K transfer. I kind of stopped following Mr. H reviews, I must say. Had a few red flags in the past with him, and the Batman was the final nail to me. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I check him out every now and then, but I'm subscribed to him, right? And I just thought he was way off about that. Yeah, so maybe I'll keep a closer eye on Mr. H. You know, right? Let's see. Aquaman was okay, but it didn't look anywhere real. I'm thinking Cameron will do it for real, mostly, right? But I will say this about Aquaman. Yeah, the CGI is what it is, but now we're just used to these movies that are, you know, mostly CGI. And I will say that when you're watching that thing on an OLED, a calibrated display, y'all, because I'm always talking calibrate your display. Hey, look, let me just drop this piece of knowledge for you, or my opinion, as it may be. You can buy a flagship Samsung, Sony, you know, LG, Panasonic, whatever you want, as long as you calibrate that display, you're good to go. All right. Aside from the obvious differences between the LCD and the OLED, you're good to go. Calibrate the display, man. Doesn't matter what you buy. But calibrate the display, and then these movies will really come out being a true sell. It's really cool. The first Avatar movie delivered in the scenery visuals, but always I thought the alien design is not photorealistic at all. But maybe that's just me. My problem with Avatar is more and I'm actually starting to catch up to the whole class warfare thing because now I'm on this thing where like I've been a capitalism guy my whole life. Like, yo, go make your money. I own my own small business. I don't do that great, but I work hard and I try to do what I can, right? Corporations have taken over the darn world, right? And the pandemic just screwed us all, man. I mean, I think it's 23% of small businesses in this country will never reopen because of the pandemic bullshit. But I am not gonna go anywhere. Blah, blah. Let's see. You see, a new Alien film was announced. No, sir, don't you play with my emotions like that. Oh God, Ridley Scott, Jesus, Ridley Scott. No, it's ruined. It's ruined. I think Ridley Scott is more involved with his own mortality, man. And the last two movies just proves it to me. He's talking about religion more. He's talking about where mankind came from, ultimately where mankind's going to go, and that evolution. I just think his own mortality is in his head way too much. Sir Ridley Scott, I shouldn't say it like that. Sir Ridley Scott is 85, 86, man. He's up there. I didn't think he would. Hey, Loda, hi, what's up, my friend? I really didn't think Ridley Scott would see another film, to be totally honest with you. And I think the direction he's taking the alien, he's been talking about this for years. Well, sometimes you just the monster is just not scary anymore. No, that's what the people want to see. We love the alien, and we really want to see. I guess okay, look, James Cameron Aliens was awesome. I'm more of an Alien camp guy because I love that suspense. It's just scary, man. The ambiance, the scenery, man. When Dallas is in those vents, y'all, okay, that is some scary stuff. When Homeboy's down there looking for the old cat, he's like, and that thing is up above. Oh man, that is a scary, scary film. Aliens is good. It's just different, right? But with the new films, and by the way, talk about 4K transfers. Prometheus and Alien Covenant are two of the greatest. I'm gonna stand by this all day long. They're two of the best looking films out here. Period. In the story. I don't care what time period you're talking about. Modern movies or older movies. Turn digital. They're awesome, man. Aquaman the movie is a grab show. Aquaman is the movie I grabbed to show off my display for sure. Low to high, yeah, dude. It does look incredible. I actually don't mind Aquaman. I'm not a Marvel guy. I'm not even a DC guy for that matter. Sorry, don't kill me because I said Marvel, but I'm not a DC guy for that matter. um, Having said that, I thought I enjoyed Aquaman more than a lot of these movies that have come out. Avengers was a pretty good flick. So was Iron Man, but man, Captain America was terrible. The original. A lot of those films were just not good. Endgame, let's just call for what it is, y'all. That was a terrible movie. That movie was not good. 3 hours of bullshit. We didn't even get to see the Hulk just wreck people. We didn't. We all thought the Hulk was going to wreck somebody in that movie. Nope, didn't get it. Just disgusting. The level of disrespect. I think Ridley Scott can't do it anymore. I think his own mortality, man. I think that's oh man. Here we go, y'all. It's about to open a can of worms here. I haven't even read the whole thing. Hell was there. Neil Blomkamp was supposed to do one. It looked interesting. But after seeing what he has been doing, also, I think Aliens should be left alone. It worked at the time. Interesting story about that right here. And I believe Mr. H documented this very well. Ridley Scott was all pissy about the Neil Blomkamp film because it was at the same time, I believe, that they were doing Covenant or writing Covenant. He did not at all like the way he was taking the approach. If you remember, he wanted to erase basically Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection from the canon and start right after Aliens, where you had oh man, I can't believe I can't think of his name, his character's name anyway. You had Ripley and what's his name in the shuttle with Newt. that's where he was going to begin that movie. So you were going to have that team again, um, and Ridley, from what I remember, I believe Mr. H was like really pretty much shut that down. So you know what, really Scott can just sit on twirl for all I care because you know, man, I don't know. I do like Prometheus, but by Covenant, I was just again the direction of the movies, man. Thank you, Michael Bean. Yeah, what was his character's name in that movie, man? God, it was Bishop and Hicks. Uh, was it Hicks or was that Bill Paxton? Shit, I can't remember. Anyway, okay, here you go, CG. Are you into war films? Man, I'm watching Apocalypse Now 4K Dolby Vision on the OLED. Looks amazing. I've heard so many good things about Apocalypse Now. I am familiar with the movie, but correct me if I'm wrong. Man, that movie is thank you, sir, was Hicks. That movie, it's 3 hours, right? Or got to be creeping up right at 3 hours. And so listen, everybody can talk about how good. Oh man, Godfather. I can't think of anybody's name. That man put on a lot of weight for that film. Barely showed up to film it, and just didn't have a script. He just did what he did. Marlon Brando. Uh, that was really weird, man. And that film is just a long, long. It's a long film, man. And um, um, who is it? Um, oh gosh, see, I just haven't thought of these guys in so long. Uh, he's older now. He's still around though, but he's got them two famous sons anyway. He was really good in that film. The main character in that film, I can't think of his name right now. He's obviously opposite Marlon Brando. He was the photographer, the war photographer. Here we go. Here's a good one. Peak Marvel 2002, Blade 1, Blade 2, Spider-Man 2. Those were good movies. Recently, I have enjoyed the X-Men movies and Deadpool 1 and 2. Winter Soldier was good too. So I agree with a lot of stuff in here, but I'm gonna push back on you a little bit. I actually do think that was a great golden age for Marvel. You're really, yeah. Blade's a great movie, and I want Blade really bad, but I don't think the 4K transfer is getting a lot of love, so I've stayed away from it. Plus, it's still like $21. I mostly buy Martin Sheen. Thank you, CG. You're the man. Um, yeah. So, man, I really want that movie though. I love Blade, dude. I love that movie, and I really want it to be a good 4K transfer, but I'm just afraid it is not from what the reviews are. You're right as well with Spider-Man 2. Man, I think you call a lot of these real good. I really enjoyed the remake of the X-Men series. I think Michael Fassbender, speaking of Alien, right, Covenant, and all that stuff. Man, he was awesome as Magneto. And dude that played Professor X, can't think of his name, brilliant. These guys were really good. I love the way they did that series. But by the time it got to the third one, and the guys running around the mansion, grabbing everybody from on the fire, it just to me felt cartoonish at that point. You know, but that is another reference quality. X-Men Apocalypse, I believe, is a reference quality film, man. Um, Thank you again, my friend. It was Martin Sheen, opposite Marlon Brando, who played the war photographer in Apocalypse Now. Um, and another thing that really helped that movie out, man, was the doors were huge at the time, and they put the title track to that movie, the end. So that movie had a lot of things going for it when it came out, man. I mean, I wasn't around, right? But this is just what I hear and read. But yeah, man, like, oh God, we could sit here and talk about the movies. Oh, hey, here we go. X-Men 1 and 2, really good. Days of the Future Past. Yes, thank you. I agree. It's pretty amazing. The rest not so hot. Hey, let me go back here and push it, man. Deadpool 1, okay, I'm gonna roll with. Okay, fine. I'll roll with it. It was different for the MCU. Uh and it was really funny, right? What's his name? There I go again, Ryan or something. Anyway, he sold that movie really well. Ryan Reynolds did that, just sold that. He was born to play that character. Deadpool 2 was so full of lecturing, posturing, telling me what kind of person to be. That was your atypical, on top of his game, Hollywood pointing down at me and anybody else, telling us how we should live, and it's just the morality. Oh my God. Let's see. You an X Files fan? Man, the show, yes, and even the movie, as I recall, was not that bad, right? But Scully and Mulder back in the day, that was a huge show, man. That was a huge show. What was that, like 90, 91 or something? I was probably 10 years old, and that show was huge, dude. Maybe it was like 92 when that show kicked off or something, but that show was awesome, dude. Yeah, yeah. X Files was good, brother. Even though I wasn't really into all that stuff, like the supernatural and alien stuff. Um, yeah, yeah. There's two movies. All right, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Remember what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Let's see. Fringe did X Files better in my opinion. All right, you can shoot me now. Right. That's a good one. We all have our guilty pleasures, right? I mean, give me a second. I'll think of some really, really guilty pleasures on movies, man, right? They just recently had a couple of new seasons. Did they really? Shit, that's right. They brought the show back, but I'm not even touching that. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I'm sure it's not going to be that great. Uh, I'm, going to leave it. Hey, do y'all remember a show called Salute Your Shorts, man? One of the guys from Salute Your Shorts just died, dude. And that's a bummer. Let's see if I can. Uh, dude, yeah. Salute Your. Kurt Bailey. Oh, man, what was his? Yeah. Uh, Ugg, right? Right? Y'all remember that guy? God, that was such a cool show, man. That dude died at 59, I believe, man. Fucking lung cancer, dude. That's terrible. So anyway, yeah, man. I was a bit young when X Files was around then. Yeah, 35 at the moment. Yeah, yeah. You're just a few years behind me, man. 35. What a great age, man. What a great age. I'm 40. I think 40 is a great age, honestly. Stargate. Yes, dude. Richard Dean Anderson. Right? Right? Kurt Russell. Shit. Richard Dean Anderson was the TV show, and Kurt Russell was Stargate. I have a guilty pleasure with Kurt Russell. It's called The Soldier. It's a terrible movie, but at the time, if you'll recall, when The Soldier came out, it was like, man, that was a top-notch DVD movie, man. You talking 480p at its finest. CGI was just looking on point at the time. Oh, here comes Samantha Clickety Clack, baby girl. What you want, baby girl? She's just hanging out. All right. Here's Emma. Yeah, baby, I'm live. Do you, baby girl? Doesn't matter. We're not going to have the interweb soon anyway. Nobody cares about us. We're good. Yeah, it's okay, baby girl.
Are you live?
Yeah, baby, I'm live, dude. I love Soldier. Was it? That was it, right? Yeah. Watched it all the time as a kid, right? Yeah, yeah, dude. That's a guilty pleasure, man. I used to think I think everybody thought Tremors, the original Tremors, was a guilty pleasure. I always thought that movie was top notch, man. I own the 4K restoration of it, which, by the way, Amazon sells a 4K special edition of the Tremors. They claim it comes with 2 discs, movie posters, whatever. I had them send me out 2 copies of this supposed special edition 4K, which cost $72, by the way. Every time I got it, 1 disc, no movie poster things inside of it. So I ended up just sending them back, and now I just have the regular 4K copy of Tremors. Most people would say that's a guilty pleasure. I think that movie is incredible. I'll tell you what, there's another great movie here's a guilty pleasure for it all day long. Waterworld is definitely in this league, but No Escape, Ray Liotta, man, guilty pleasure. Time Cop, Jean-Claude Van Damme, love it. Yeah, man, we can go all day long, these guilty pleasures, right? And so it was definitely around that time, right? Right? Yeah, it definitely was. I just remember, Starship Troopers felt like it was made for DVD. You know what I mean? And that was kind of around like the same time, a little bit after. I didn't think anyone else knew about Soldier. How about Enemy Mine? Enemy Mine. Enemy Mine. Oh man, I know enemy at the gates, enemy mine. No, man. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna open a browser right here actually and type this in. Enemy mine in 1985. Okay. Okay. Whoa, Dennis Quaid, Louis Gossett Jr. Whoa, dude. Yeah, we got some players in here, dude. Byron James, dude, one of the all-time awesomest bad guys. Dude, we got some real players in this movie. I'm gonna keep this open in my browser, and I'm gonna check that out, brother. Thank you for that awesome suggestion. I've seen Starship Troopers at the theaters also. Oh man, that must have been cool. Magic. I can only imagine, man. When I first saw Starship Troopers, I'm not sure I ever saw anything like that before. I just, but Star Wars had been around. When I was a kid, Star Wars was around. I mean, the first Star Wars came out in '79. I was born in '81. So, look, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, Star Wars movies were coming out and stuff. And they just all look so fake, right? Eh. But I felt like Starship Troopers was at the right time. Right when they should have done that film. Honestly, here's a film. It's not even a guilty pleasure. It's just terrible. They did it at the total wrong time. The CGI was not there. Spawn. They made Spawn the movie, and it was terrible. It was not good, and it's a shame because the HBO series of Spawn is one of the best animated films or series I've ever seen. It's awesome, man. So bad. It's funny. I do remember vividly the day I've seen it. I bet, dude. I remember the Matrix like that. The Matrix for me is one I remember seeing at the. I saw Dances with Wolves at the theaters. That was not exactly my choice, but my mom was like, "Yo, let's go see this movie." And I was a little kid, so I was like, "Yeah, sure." Dances with Wolves was a crazy movie, though, man. You got to think that how old was I when that movie? I was like 8, maybe 8 or 9 when I saw that movie in the theater, and it was. I might have been younger than that. I'm not sure. What was that? 89? Maybe it was 90. Whatever it was. Let's see. It was made by Paul Verhoeven. Yes, RoboCop, dude, for sure. Paul also did. Man, he also did another one I really, really liked. Shoot, I can't think. What is that film? Man. I'll think of it in a minute. I loved Spawn as a kid from the '90s. I'd love it now too for sure, dude. I would love them to remaster Spawn at least to Blu-ray because I think the only thing now is DVD. So that stinks, man. A lot of DVD, a lot of 4K players you buy now. Some of them don't even support DVD audio. Like that's crazy to me. I remember everyone being very confused when we came out of the theaters for the Matrix. Today, you take it for granted, but at the time, it was so my brother. I'm gonna let this dog out, and I'm gonna talk. So when we came out of that theater, there was 4 of us, and the movie ended. The credits were going. No one said a word. We filed out of that theater. No one said a word. Our eyeballs were probably this big, and we were just looking all around. We got into the vehicle, and it was kind of one of those nights. It was a Wednesday evening, man, and it was one of those nights where you could have the windows down, right? It's a real nice evening out. We left the windows open, like started the car up, and no sooner did we got out that parking lot, and all about the same time in unison, everyone in the car, we just lost our shit. And we just started screaming and telling, "Oh my God, we're in the Matrix! Oh my God, it's the Matrix!" Ah, man, it's just, yeah, God, talking about, yeah, that was crazy, man. One of the best memories I have, man, with my homies. That shit was real cool, man. Also did Hollow Man. Yeah, dude. There you go. Basic Instinct was that. Yeah, Basic Instinct. And hey, people can say what they want to, but about Basic Instinct, but that is a straight up murder mystery. And the first time you see that film, you don't know who did it. You don't know at the end. And I think now I might have been 12 or 13 when that came out, right? But I did have to watch that film 2 or 3 times to figure out who. There was some holes in the plot like that. Damn, they just did it real well. It was a good movie, man. Honestly, good murder mystery. Have you ever seen Highway to Hell? Nothing But Trouble. No, I haven't. But How's the Boot? Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Another Kurt Russell classic. Highway to Hell. I don't want to open up another window, but I feel like I need to. I'll go back and chop up the stream a little bit, hopefully. These days, you have 2-minute trailers that show you the entire movie. Yes, dude. But The Matrix, we only really saw some TV spots. It was amazing watching it, knowing nothing. Man, I'm gonna totally agree with you, brother. Like they show way too much in the. I only watched half the Batman trailer because I assumed I was not gonna watch the Batman. Halfway through the trailer, things are going crazy. Halfway through the trailer, oh man, I gotta get these guys to bed. I thought I gotta stop watching the trailer because I didn't want to see any more. Right? Yeah, the trailers do too much, man. Too much on the trailers, y'all. And I'm not sure about this, but I think a lot of stuff in these newer trailers for the last few years, say, a lot of stuff they're putting in these trailers doesn't end up in the final film. It ends up on the cutting room floor. That's just a theory of mine. Because sometimes it's just my theory. I could be wrong. Okay. I've never seen Basic Instinct from start to finish. I really need to remedy that. I've been going back lately and watching old movies, man. Brother, I have been with the addition of my MC1. By the way, I forgot to give a shout out, dude, to K Pace Guy, our friend of this channel. Dude, he's a super cool guy. He's very accessible, man. He does a thing called a subscriber shootout. And he does this, I guess, a few times a year, right? Well, I just sent him in an entry, an updated thing. So shout out to K Pace Guy. If you don't follow him, y'all go check him out because the subscriber showcase is awesome. And I really love the way he interacts with his people. He's a very accessible creator. So, man, big props to him. But with the addition of the MC1, the sound in here is just really, really good, even at a 5.2.2, which I really want to be at 7.2.4, right? That's where I want to be ultimately. But I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed Dread. Oh, guys, on tap, I have Snatch 4K and Cliffhanger, okay? 4K. The reviews on Cliffhanger were really, really good. I'll take you to another website one time. Just type in whatever movie you want to watch. Type in, say, Cliffhanger 4K. Website will come up, Blu-ray.com. Click on that. You can see some tech specs. Some people will give you reviews on audio and video, and it is very good, very to the T, man. I always agree with that stuff, and I'll stay away from certain films. They didn't give laid high marks, right? Let's see. You see this new Scream movie? No. Oh, no. I thought it sucked. I canceled my 4K after seeing it on Peacock. Oh, that's so disappointing because they're selling those two movies together, the original Scream and the new Scream, in a package on Vudu right now, but it's literally like $30 or $25. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay that. So I was waiting for it to go, but hey, I might not do it now, brother. But I do own around 800 movies. So yeah, not seeing Basic Instinct is a crime, dude. It is, man. Hell Was Here. I think we've seen it before because I love the handle, but dude, yeah, we gotta have a straight movie conversation on here, man. Like that's good to go. 800 movies. What's in my collection? On Vudu, I have over 200, and I'd say physical copy. Like my stuff has been changing because I will take stuff to a place called Second and Charles. We say, I don't care to take the time and list this stuff on Craigslist or eBay and all that. I don't care if they give me $2-3 for the movie. I just take the movies in and tell them, listen, I don't want these in my library. You're not going to offend me. Just please make me an offer. I took in, I don't know, 10 movies, 11 movies a couple weeks ago. They gave me $10 store credit. And they're like all 4Ks. But sorry, I'm branching off here. I've been enjoying older movies, so Blu-rays, man. I've been enjoying them so much. Doom with The Rock, Carl Urban. That's a great 1080p, great film. Great copy. Loved it. All right, let's get Dredd. Amazing movie. Yeah, are you talking Carl Urban Dredd or Judge Dredd? Hey, I'm gonna tell you another big one. If you've been watching old movies lately, you got to check out Demolition Man. I have a feeling it's gonna be a timeless film. Maybe always applicable. Definitely applicable today. Holy cow. CG dropping the bomb. I got about 500 Blu-rays and 4Ks. Holy cow. That's a lot, brother. Yeah, so like I said, my collection changed. If I had to guess physical media, I'd say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 easy. Yeah, maybe 55. Oh, wait a minute, because you got Predator, Alien up there too. Like 60 movies, maybe, somewhere around there. They're not all Blu-rays though. Yeah, Blu-ray, man. Blu-ray will give you the good sound too. Carl Urban. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I love, dude. That's Red. That's another movie made for 4K. All the glass shattering in it. Don't recall the one thing from 300, but she's really good. I like her. She played Mama in that movie, right? I love her. She's very good. I've watched every Stallone Arnold movie. I must be honest, of course, dude. Who hasn't, right? I love Rambo 2. Rambo 1 and 2 are some of the best to me, right? I also Rambo 3. Listen. I love them all. It's all good. Yeah, look, guys, we've been going for a long time, man. How long we been going, y'all? 45 minutes, man. I love it, dude. Y'all know you got to catch me while you can because the interwebs thing and everything we're doing, but it is what it is. Man, I love it. I love it. Let's see. Lena Haley, thank you. Thank you, man. You do know your movie shit, brother. Hey, listen, I'm going to try to stream as much as I can from now to 10 a.m. Hell was here. Man, you have a lot of great shit on this, man. Oh, hey, CG, is John Jones ever going to fight? Yeah, I don't know, man, because his fiance did leave him. Free Cain Velasquez, by the way, y'all. Free Cain Velasquez. John's fiance did leave him, and I think he just said that like a week ago. So that dude's been going through the ringer, man. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna fight. I don't know. I think he will fight. I just don't think it's gonna be. I was expecting maybe this summer. I think it's maybe gonna be more like the fall. He's got a lot of personal stuff going on, right? But did you see that UFC London card with the 9 total finishes on the card? That was really crazy. Yeah, I gotta say, if I'm not a British fighter, UK fighter, I would dread going to London to fight. Those fans are rabid. Like they're not even liking you. They're not even. Yeah, they're crazy over there, man. They are crazy. Good on them. But anyway, fellas, listen, it's been an awesome time. I really appreciate y'all. I've been up now for probably 15, 16 hours because I woke up at 3 a.m. Couldn't get back to sleep, but that's okay. Yeah, man. Man, I love this community. I love everything you guys have had to say. Listen, if any one of you guys in here right now, y'all want to do a live spot, man, I would love to get some live conversation going on here before I get off. Dude, guys, we've had some great conversation. You can email me at hometheaterjoe81@gmail.com. If you guys can download StreamYard, I believe you can do that for free, man. Dude, it would be awesome. I would love to have some conversation, of course, with our community members. So, hey, if that's something that sounds cool to you guys and you just want to talk to BS, we got till about middle of April, maybe, right? Middle of April. Yeah, maybe like April 20th, say, April 17th or 18th. And I think the internet. But anyway, yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the stream. I'll drop by when I can. Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you, man. Great conversation. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. It's getting hot in here. I got to turn on the AC. Anyway, if y'all have any questions or comments, good, bad, or indifferent, you put them down below. We don't edit nothing around here. Yeah. All right. You know what time it is. As always, thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe. Boom.